That's what we do here. We talk about the issues that matter to the people. No other network will do that. No other network won't. No, you name one. Go ahead. You name one network, but that will have their platform on issues that matter to the people. You name one network will do that. You name one.
They don't. They just want to bring fear to the people. Fear to control them.
Exactly. And that's called. And because you're a minister, you are a missionary. You were a missionary. There's one word that comes to mind. You know what that word is?
What?
Sinful.
What word?
Sinful.
Sinful? I didn't hear you.
That's right. Sinful. You just said it.
Ah, the word sinful. Okay.
You just said it.
And why is that?
Why is that? Because that's what they do that's what you see on the news network. They're bringing fear into people. It's sinful, isn't it? Having fear, creating fear, panic, is a sinful act. In the Bible, is it not?
Right. And that's exactly what the enemy uses to control people. Even people who
the devil did that.
People who are in church, people who are, children of God. The moment they are able to be controlled by fear, and that is exactly what, Satan does. He brings accusation and he brings fear because it paralyzes them. And if they don't operate in faith, which that's what God is substance of, then they're going to be also in that category, allowing the things that have already been created to just create more. Like you said, now they want to take out the national anthem. What's next? It doesn't surprise me because that's the world that we're living in, where everything goes and nothing, and it doesn't even help, society. Instead, it's hurting society.
Jaimy, you just asked me what's next. I'll tell you what's next. You want to hear what's next?
I want to know what's next, yes.
Beer and wine. They're going to take beer and wine away. You watch. They're going to take beer and wine away from you, too. You watch that. You watch.
Okay.
You watch. They'll take beer and wine away. And they took cigarettes out. Beer and wine is next. After taking the national anthem, beer and wine. You can't drink. You can't have your wine either. You can't go to the wine vineyard anymore. You can't go to your beer either. You can't do it. Nope. They're going to take that away. Mark my words. They will do that, folks. They will do it. Why? Because they want to control you. This is what Glenn Beck talked about, the Agenda 21 conspiracy theory. But we don't do that here. But we talk about what we do is we don't go on conspiracy theories here on this network. We talk about, we address it, and what's next is going to be beer and wine. We don't hear that. You don't hear about that at all. Any news networks or broadcasters. You don't hear about that at all. But I'm telling you, that's what's going to happen. They've been working on, as you know, they succeeded on tobacco and firearms for 30 years, trying to take our guns away. Automatic locks and blocks. They did that, and then they took. They can't have Marlboro or the Winston Cup anymore in national television. They can't say Winston or Marlboro on national television or radio anymore. You can't use the word Marlboro. You cannot say the word Marlboro or Winston or Camel cigarettes, Benson Hedges. You can't say that. You cannot say that on the air because it's because tobacco causes cancer. That's the bottom line. To get more. The advertisers get more.
Yeah, but people should have a choice whether they want to or not. Smoke.
Right. Exactly.
It forced. Everything has to be a choice within.
But yet they get Viagra, and Viagra has more damaging to the body than the tobacco does. By the way, a lot more because it's got a lot more side effects than tobacco does.
Right. Oh wow.
It's amazing. It's amazing, folks. And we figured this out. We finally figured. It took some research of our doing on this network to actually figure this chaos out, what they're trying to do to us, and trying to why they want to control our lives for over 30 years. And Congress has over welcome their authority because we need term limits. Do you agree with that? Do we need term limits or not? Go ahead. Go ahead, Jaimy.
Absolutely. We definitely need term limits. I mean, how could someone that makes it into a career, I can understand when you have to give someone an opportunity to go and try to make a difference, but you don't need 20 years. If you can't do it in your first 2 terms and, 3, then there is a problem because now you have settled in there. And now, there's more, any Congress person who goes into Congress should already be selecting who they're going to mentor to come bring new ideas and come and implement something that they probably are not able to. Instead, they go and they make it a nest, and they sit there and they just, become corrupt because after that they, get lobbied and they start, doing things that, to pass laws and just, it's no longer about the change the community to their constituents. Now it is, I'm here in D.C. and I'm going to, make myself a dynasty. And that's what you've seen. I mean, I still can't believe how long has Nancy Pelosi been there for?
32 years.
Exactly. I mean, that speaks for itself, okay? If you don't see nothing wrong with that, there is something majorly wrong with that. Majorly.
Right.
And that's anywhere. And that's not just Congress. I mean, I can't believe Congress doesn't have term limits because, you see city mayors have term limits. You see, what are they called? The
district attorney has term limit.
Has it,
the district attorneys have it. The district attorneys have a term limit too. District attorneys have it. Attorney General has it.
Exactly. I mean, that's why it just boggles you. Like, how could they not have term limits? Like, where have we been? All of us. I mean, we're all guilty of it, Like, how could they have gone away with it so long,
Yep. Absolutely. See, this even the people down who work in the legislature have term limits too, as well. The people who work on the mayor at the city council, they have term limits too. They do have the city council, the Congress or chambers have term limits. They do that. They come up for election every 2 years. They do that. That's their they have term limits. They do.
Yeah, and that's why it's just scary, the fact that, that we're actually just looking into something like this that should have been done. But because I guess the truth has come out now, and now you have more people that are ready to do something. And, they have to go and they have to, we have to protest. We have to get together because if Congress isn't going to do it, then the people have to do it.
Yeah, we the people. That's
all
right.
We the people. I cannot change the fact that, if we want change, we are more incapable with the amount of people we have and with the ability that God's given us to go against them.
Absolutely.
With God, anything's possible. God before government, and we can overthrow them. And it will have to be what it has to be.